In this video I will show how I made this impossible dovetail joint. It cannot be dismantled neither this way nor this way, but it cannot neither be dismantled if I move both parts diagonally. This is a curved impossible dovetail joint. Like when we make any other dovetail joint, I have to route the tails in one side of the joint, and then I have to route the sockets between the pins in the other side. In this case I didn't get a perfect joint, but I think it is a very nice joint and I can't stop watching how the parts fit in. To route this joint I made this box. That nail will be the pivot pin. I insert the nail in a hole I made previously in that board I have on the router table, and I put the first workpiece in the box. I turn the router on, and I use a dovetail router bit to route the first socket. Previously I made some tests, to make sure I would route the holes in the right place. And this is the first socket. I have just routed this. Now I have moved the board on the table to the next position, and I will route here. Like this I have routed the two sockets I need. I don't have anything else to route in this workpiece. Now this is the second workpiece, and I will route the tails in this piece. I've been estimating where to route, and I decided I will route the tails wider than needed. I move the board to the next position, and I route. Like this I get the socket between the tails, but I already know that later I'll have to enlarge that socket. For the moment I move the board, and I route the other side of one tail. And now I route the other side of the other tail. Now I have this unrouted corner, but if I route it I would also route this corner of the plywood box, so it would have a lack of support when I put it on the board on the router table. So I cut it with the marquetry saw and the chisel. And I retouch it with a file. Like this I get the two curved tails, but they are too wide, so I have to retouch them in the router table. Here I can see how much I have to route to each side of the tails. So gradually I move the board and I retouch the tails to adjust the width. It is a laborious task, but finally the tails fit in the sockets. I use two different dies so it is easier to see the joint. I sand the routed surfaces so they fit in gently and they don't jam. And I apply some soap so both parts slide even better and they are easier to fit in and to disassemble. And here I have this impossible dovetail joint. As I mentioned before, I can't stop to assemble and disassemble it. Thanks for watching. You can find all my woodworking videos in my channel in YouTube. And if you like my videos, don't forget to like and to share them. And thanks for subscribing to my channel.